Welcome back to round number 2 of our cup, our first cup of the 2026 season here at Psycho Turtle in Pico Rivera, California, hosted by Pokemon Labs. I am Dennis Geisler. With me is Fuecoco. He's a little short. That's okay. We don't bias against our short casters. We're going to get underway, as I mentioned, with round number 2 between Jose Escamilla and Justin Collin. Jose and Justin both running Rain, Archaludon, and also Sinistcha stuff. Dragonite, on Jose's side, it's Dragonite, Archaludon, Pelipper, Sinistcha, Ursaluna, and Golden Go. And on Justin's side, it's the Grimmsnarl, Pelipper, Annihilape, Maushold, Archaludon, and Sinistcha. So that's 3 Mons of crossover on both of their teams, and I mean, I spoke about this last week, about how difficult it ends up being in some of these matchups where both sides are running some of the same stuff, where you go, okay, do I want to provide rain for their Archaludon? Do I want to hold back the rain and then let Archaludon just go? Hoping that they bring rain and then I can go for the Electro Shot against them. It's going to be pretty interesting seeing how they match up with that. And also, these teams are not extraordinarily rain reliant. It really is just the Archaludon that really goes with the rain. The Sinistcha also works well with the Archaludon and with the rain, but with no fire type damage here that we can really see, Sinistcha can kind of just sit on the field for whatever it wants to do. Trying to fix like Coco's headset. Not that he's going to be super talkative, but looks good. That was good. That was good prop comedy that I just did there, off camera. We're going to get into game number 1 here, with Jose's perspective. Had to remind myself of that. Get underway here. Justin is leading the Grimmsnarl and the Archaludon, and Jose will lead the Dragonite and the Archaludon. So Archaludon's in front for both, but neither of them can Electro Shot, or at least certainly can't do the one-turn Electro Shot without the rain. I would say it favors Justin just a little bit, as Jose's Dragonite cannot hit the Grimmsnarl. It is that mono Scale Shot set. So this is honestly a pretty awkward spot for Dragonite to be in. It could click Tailwind, it could protect, but it doesn't really, because Scale Shot won't hit Grimmsnarl and would be a bad idea against Archaludon, basically just being a free beat up. Although maybe you do it into your own Archaludon. Now that's an idea. You can get a pretty bulky body press going. Could come down to which Archaludon is faster right here, as the Archaludons might be in this one to try to body press each other. And we're going to see the moves made. See the Terra here from it's Archaludon for sure. It's a Terra Bug Archaludon, I'll tell you that much. I don't even know who it was. Okay, it was just Jose's Archaludon that went for it. Light screen going up. We'll see the Dragonite oh, no, it does hit the side Scale Shot. It does hit the side Scale Shot, so we're going to see this for a moment as those stamina boosts stack up. So there is the boost. Only 4. Still pretty substantial. And we'll see the body press into the Grimmsnarl. That doesn't KO. +4 and it doesn't pick up. That's pretty wild. The Archaludon is at -1 now after the Snarl on the special attack side, although its defense is at +5, I believe, now. And at this point, you can kind of start cooking with this Archaludon on Jose's side. You're at +5 defense. After all those stamina boosts, and Body Press looking pretty juicy. It will certainly KO the Grimmsnarl. It'll probably KO the Archaludon without a Terra here. And if Archaludon does Terra, you could go for, well, maybe you don't want a Scale Shot. You just saw what that did when you did it to yourself. But regardless, Jose in a bit of a nicer spot at this point. We'll see if Justin wants to switch anything here. It is just going to be getting the Reflect up with the Grimmsnarl. No Terra again. See the Tailwind that lets Jose's Archaludon certainly move first here. And there's the Body Press picking up. And it's Draco Meteor into the Archaludon. 13 HP remaining, and it takes the hit. Justin went for it there to try to get this Archaludon out of the way, but now it could be a bit of a problem. That Sinistra's in the back for Jose, then it could heal up right now. The Sinistra is in the back for Justin, actually. Not that it'll do anything with the Hospitality bonus here, but it does mean that it is immune to the Body Press. Reflect and Light Screen are up. Is the Light Clay Grimmsnarl, so those will be up for a while. This is interesting that the Ursaluna is here for Jose. It does have Trick Room on, this team does have one method of Trick Room, but for the most part, just kind of there to be a bear. Might be willing to go with the Tailwind in some cases. We'll see the quick moves there for Jose. The end of that turn. We'll see the Pelipper switch in, so Rain is up finally. Will Justin's... No, still no Terra out of the Archaludon. Real, I'm not going to say greedy, real bold for sure. As the Electro Shot now at neutral is going to do basically nothing into the Sinistra. The Draco Meteor, even at -2, is pretty strong into the Pelipper. And the Sinistra gets up a Trick Room. So that Tailwind no longer of much use to Jose here. And suddenly, with that Trick Room up, this is a much better spot for Justin to be in, especially the Archaludon just hasn't taken damage yet. It is at -4 special attack, but it hasn't taken any damage, and it can switch around pretty comfortably here. Especially since this Sinistra does threaten certainly a KO on Archaludon, and probably, potentially a KO onto Pelipper, depending on how much that Machagacha does. I mean, that would be the... You could say that about any move. It's like, yeah, this would KO depending on how much damage it does. Pelipper's going to switch out. And it will be the Ursaluna switch in. I like that to try to bait out the Electro Shot into that slot. Got eerily silent in the thing. Okay, music quieted down in the place for a minute there. We will get the Machagacha picking up the KO on the Archaludon. It doesn't matter whether or not it burns the Ursaluna here. The Archaludon finally drops. Certainly was scary for a little while, but didn't ultimately output that much. It got rid of the Grimmsnarl and not much else. Snarl comes down on the Ursaluna, not going to do a ton of damage. And there's the burn. And I won't say that the Snarl didn't mean anything, because I know one of you is going to say it means something to you. So I'm not going to say it. Let Pelipper come out here. Pelipper and Ursaluna are both pretty slow Pokemon that should honestly be able to work pretty well in Trick Room here. Once Tailwind expires, this might be the last turn of Tailwind. I'm honestly not sure because the player cam blocked it. And I don't keep track of turns that well. But I think this is the last turn of Tailwind. We'll get the Terra finally from Justin. And it's going to be on the Sinistra, actually. Terra Water. Going to pivot away from the Grass and Ghost typing. Probably afraid of a Hurricane. Guess I would be as well. Hurricanes are pretty scary. We'll see the double protect here. That does put the Ursaluna in a really good spot to click Earthquake, though, this next turn. We'll see the Machagacha won't hit either target because they both protected. And we'll see the Electro Shot, actually, out of the Archaludon. Not a bad way to scrounge something out of this turn, although I believe it's still at -3 special attack, so... still not going to be particularly valuable here. Ursaluna will take a little bit of Burn Chip. Do have to monitor that as the game continues. There goes the Tailwind, so it should mean that Jose's Pokemon are both the faster ones here. With 2 turns left of Trick Room. Does Earthquake pick up Archaludon at this point? Find out. It's going to be the Archaludon switching out, so I guess it does not matter. It's the Pelipper switching in, so the Pelipper will certainly take the Earthquake because it won't get hit by it. Jose's Pelipper is going to switch on out of there into the Dragonite. And Justin here is playing very well against around the Archaludon as a late-game win condition. The Machagacha, oh, Sinistcha moved before Ursaluna, that's huge. With Sinistcha moving before Ursaluna, that's really going to change things. Probably means the Sinistcha's very slow, and the Ursaluna is pretty fast for an Ursaluna. And that should mean that Justin just picks up game number 1 at that point, because... 1 turn of Trick Room remains. It's going to be difficult to stall out a whole lot. It's going to be difficult to do damage. At this point, there's nothing really on this team that does anything to Archaludon. And that's even aside from the other 2 Pokemon, whether they're able to deal with either of those. So this one might just be over for game number 1. We'll see. Had to take a drink of water. And Jose's just going to forfeit that one, not seeing a way to break through the Archaludon. And Justin Collin will win game number 1. We saw there, it was definitely good for Jose to get that Archaludon set up with all of the body press stacks, but ultimately it didn't actually get to accomplish a whole lot, which is kind of strange. We're gonna look at the settings now. Oh, we're gonna look at the... we're gonna make it look better for you guys, don't you worry. Get that full screen size. It's gonna look great. Yeah, the Archaludon gets set up with the body press early on with all those stamina stacks immediately, but then Jose wasn't really able to do anything with it, and I wondered if Jose should have just pressed the button and said, okay, I'm body pressing this Archaludon, particularly knowing that he didn't have a ton of damage for that Archaludon in the back. The Ursaluna was tragic as well, though, and that's information that Jose will have to take into the second game, knowing that the Ursaluna was faster than the Sinistcha, and therefore the Trick Room definitely helped Justin quite a bit there. But what does Jose want to do to switch things up here? Did not bring the Golden Go or the Sinistcha in that first game. Sinistcha might have really helped the Archaludon, especially once it had gotten into real raid boss mode with those body presses. Getting that hospitality boost down. On Justin's side, no Mouse Hold or Annihilate in that last game. Definitely worked out, but you wonder if that Mouse Ape mode could have helped to break through some stuff in the early game. Especially as there's not a lot that plays particularly well against the Mouse Ape in this matchup. And there's... see Jose take all the time here to consider this one. And we'll switch things up a little bit, we'll see. See if Justin decides to switch up his lead at all, going into game number 2 of round number 2 here. Both these players are 1-0. That's me! I'm Dennis. Hello! We'll get into the battle in a moment. Gonna look over Troy's shoulder. Alright, there's the battle. What was I even about to say? Okay. We have the Archaludon Grimmsnarl and the Archaludon Dragonite again. Same leads as game number 1. We'll see if Jose goes for the same play as game number 1. Keep in mind, Justin got a lot of advantage out of not clicking the Terra for quite a while on that Archaludon. But certainly could have just folded to a single body press if that hadn't happened. We'll see the Terra immediately from Justin's side. Will that be the Archaludon? It is. It is going to be the Archaludon immediately. No switches, so we're going to see the Grimmsnarl stay in here. And it will click Reflect, not the light screen as it did in game number 1. It's good for, Scale Shot. Does connect on the Archaludon. And gets the crit on the first one. Does not want to crit too many times. The first one's the best one to crit on, because you don't have any of the defense boosts yet. There's 2, there's 3... There's 4... And just the 4. Now we'll see. I believe Jose's Archaludon was consistently faster in game number 1. The Flash Cannon does good damage to Grimmsnarl, not enough to KO. Snarl coming out once again, going to lower the Archaludon's special attack. But now that +5 stamina... And the Terra has already been used, so you know where the Terra is at the very least. And now the question of what do you do against both these targets here? How do you get the Archaludon down? It is Terra Bug now, which is a bit more defensively unstable than the Steel Dragon. Most notably, if the Pelipper's in the back, it'll be able to hit it with the Hurricane, which is really nice. Not to mention Facade can go into that slot. Certainly a couple of good options, but question now of how does Justin want to play around these Mons on the field right now. Let's see Dragonite switch out. And we will now see the Sinistcha switch in. I like that here. We'll see the Hospitality boost that Archaludon's HP all the way up, drinking down the matcha. Wonder how Archaludon drinks. It's got a mouth, right? I think it's got a mouth. It'll be the Snarl, actually, out of the Archaludon this turn, after the Grimmsnarl got the other screen up. Light screen, probably. And we'll see Stamina boost up again off of the Draco Meteor there. Archaludon did not do a ton of damage from Justin's side onto Jose's Archaludon, especially knowing that the Life Dew is available for Sinistcha here. Though it doesn't even need to. It's not in that dire of a situation in terms of anything it takes. So we'll see now what the choices of attack. I want to see the body press. It's +6. I feel like we underrate how good +6 body press is a little bit. But, do want to make sure that Archaludon stays healthy is a big part of it. And well, see the Rage Powder here momentarily. We'll see the Grimmsnarl switch out first. Into the Pelipper. So Pelipper does have some good damage onto the Sinistcha. Until the Sinistcha Terras, of course. And it does go for the Rage Powder here to pull away any damage the Archaludon goes for. So Body Press into the Pelipper does pretty solid damage. Not enough to 2-shot, but enough to 3-shot. That's pretty good. Archaludon will lose special attack again here off the Snarl. And now, it's a lot harder to Rage Powder with the Pelipper here. Unless the Sinistcha goes for the Terrastal. I really like that body press here. I don't know. It's a weird spot for both these players to be in right now, with the Archaludon standing across from each other, not really able to do a lot of damage to each other. But you have to keep in mind, the Terrastal is really the only thing stopping. See, Jose looks a little bit disappointed in that play. We'll see if it goes well anyways. The Pelipper decided to protect. The Archaludon on Jose's side, going for the Electro Shot, should be right into the Pelipper, I think. Yep, sure is. And we'll see the body press into the Archaludon. That did no damage. That did actually nothing at all. And the Matcha Gotcha from the Sinistcha, I believe that was a misclick. It was just a run out of time on that one. But it's not terrible. Does do almost no damage. Does heal almost nothing. Does it get the burn? Gets stamina boost, which is not ideal, and does not burn. So that's a little unfortunate, but regardless, the Sinistcha does move after the Archaludon, which is a little bit awkward. But now the Pelipper is not able to protect. And we will see Jose's Archaludon move first, so the Electro Shot will go down into the Pelipper. That should pick up the KO. And I don't believe anything that Justin's Archaludon is able to do should threaten Jose's Archaludon right now. No, it's just going to be a Snarl. It's going to lower Archaludon's special attack, but that's not what it's banking on right now. Especially after that Life Dew. Heal up that Archaludon, nice. I don't know why I said it like that. Ooh, that is way less HP than I thought it would get. Life Dew, not an incredible healing move, but... Speaking of healing, we'll get the Sinistcha on the other side, getting that hospitality bonus. And now can Justin only has that Archaludon and Sinistcha remaining. It's a -3 special attack, but +2 defense Archaludon and the Sinistcha. Can either of them even touch Sinistcha at this point? I don't really know if they can. Matcha Gotcha, probably no damage. Archaludon is at -3 special attack, doesn't hit with body press. Draco, I guess, is really the only way through it. It's going to be really awkward here. Snarl is going to lower the special attack of Sinistcha, not that that's really going to matter. Yeah, it's going to have to Electro Shot up here. A really loud noise. The door keeps shutting really loudly. The Electro Shot does very little to the Archaludon on Jose's side. See the Matcha Gotcha just come out off Justin's side, knowing that there's not a whole lot threatening in terms of damage, although I don't know if Justin's going to be able to win this one with the damage. Ooh, it does pick up the burn. That could matter. It'll at least be a little bit of HP going away, although the Life Dew is here right now to heal that right back up. And I think... Does Life Dew restore... No, Life Dew does not restore the status. I keep being wrong about that. That's the second time in the first 2 rounds that I have not known whether Life Dew restores status or not. Hope you enjoyed that drinking water ASMR. Be sure to drink water at home. Still a Sinistcha and an Archaludon, looking at another Sinistcha and an Archaludon. Not a lot to commentate here, because I think this game's pretty over eventually, but it's going to take a while. We'll see Electro Shots in both directions. A crit could definitely change things pretty substantially here, but it would require a whole crit. see a little Electroshot into the Terrabug Archaludon there. Going to boost its defense just a touch. We'll see the Electroshot in the other direction. That'll be forced to go into the Sinistcha. I'm like feeling flashbacks for all the worst, slowest battles I've experienced doing this. Because at this point, the issue for... I guess at this point, Justin just needs to pick up on what turn Jose decides to Life Dew versus Rage Powder. There is no more one-turn Electroshot here. No more Rain, and I believe no more Rain for either of them. We see that Jose does not have the Pelipper in the back. We know Justin's Pelipper has already fainted. So potentially these players will get a little bit more aggressive now, knowing they can't get those +1s anymore. And we will see the Archaludon switch out, so finally we're going to get some action here. Golden Go, going to take the field. And we'll see Sinistcha go for that Rage Powder. And just a Snarl into the Golden Go. It's going to do okay damage. Does lower the Golden Go's special attack. And the Life Dew on the other side. We'll see now. The big question is, can Justin do anything about Golden Go clicking Nasty? Excuse me, Golden Go clicking Nasty Plot a bunch of times and then clicking Make It Rain? I think the answer's no. Other than a Draco Meteor crit, I guess. And even at that point, I don't know how Justin would get through the rest of the team. I guess at that point, you'd have the Archaludon switching back in, so it wouldn't have the defense boosts. And Dragonite would be in the back, and you have to figure out what to do about that guy, but that's an issue for when you come to it. Cross that bridge, etc., etc. See the Golden Go Nasty Plot here. It's now at +1 special attack. It is now at -1 special attack. And the Snarl isn't doing negligible amounts of damage. The Machagacha will layer a little bit on top of that. It burns the Golden Go, that could be good. It burns the Sinistcha. Which does proc the Sinistcha Citrus Berry, finally. After however many turns of doing this. And we will see the Life Dew, just to heal up the Golden Go again. It doesn't affect the Golden Go because of Good as Gold. That is awkward. That's very strange. I did not know that was how it works, and it seems like Jose might not have either. Jose's still in a very good position here, even despite that happening. You can get rid of the Sinistcha. It gets a little bit easier to just slowly take down the Archaludon. But moving a little slow here. We're also running a little low on your time for Jose, which could come into play pretty soon, honestly. There's the Shadow Ball into the Sinistcha. Is that going to KO at +0? Very, very close, but not going to get there. Does activate the Citrus Berry off of Sinistcha. Archaludon will Snarl. Does a bit of damage to the Golden Go. Golden Go is slowly ticking down. There's the Machagacha. Should not pick up the KO on... well, certainly not on either of them. Does it burn? Hold for burn. Does burn the opposing Sinistcha. And the Archaludon both get burned. And the Sinistcha goes for the Trick Room. I like that play from Justin. That is a clever little play. Knowing that the Golden Go is out here and pretty fast, it'll mean that Justin gets to keep kind of timer stalling. I think that might be how this game ends. Is if Jose will run out of your time minutes. Jose does take a while on these moves. I'm a little bit worried. There's not a lot of your time remaining. Just a minute 50 you can see on the side there. Our Chaladon is burned, so it will not do as much damage with the... Oh my goodness, there's still something in the back? Grimmsnarl was still back there the whole time? I did not realize Grimmsnarl was still there. I will be completely honest. Our Chaladon will snarl once again. With the Grimmsnarl being there, that is actually pretty good for Justin. So he can set up the light screen and reflect again. The Trick Room is undone by Jose's Sinistra, but that's kind of a dead turn at that point. And our Chaladon will heal up just a little bit once the Sinistra comes back in. I did not realize that Grimmsnarl switched out earlier. That changes things substantially. At this point, Make It Rain will KO the Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl can get the light screen up, though, before that happens. It's going to be pretty valuable for Justin. And I think Justin just wants to stall for time here. We'll see if the Grimmsnarl... The Grimmsnarl might... It ain't got Sucker Punch. I don't think it's going to be able to Sucker Punch this. Golden Go here. Dragonite will actually make an appearance, and it will be the light screen from the Grimmsnarl, so it'll weaken weaken the Make It Rain a little bit more. Does take out the Grimmsnarl. Does not do much at all to the Archaladon. And it gives it a stamina boost. Grimmsnarl drops, but certainly got the work done. And Golden Go might drop to a Snarl here. Yep, there's the Snarl, does connect, and there goes Golden Go. That was one of the best sources of damage against this Archaladon. I don't know about this one, dude. Archaladon will switch in on Jose's side. This is about half HP. The Sinistra comes back out. 3 minutes left until battle ends also, which would advantage Jose, but he's running out of your time, so he has to make his moves quick. He has... If he moves too slowly, he only has 2 turns left. This one's getting pretty interesting with the weird timer mechanics. Remember, we still have a Game 3 if Jose wins this one. All Justin really has to do is keep the Archaladon standing here to win this one. Dragonite will get the Hospitality boost back up to multi-scale. We'll see the Terra now for Jose, actually. Finally we're seeing the Terra. It's the Dragonite. Terra Fairy, as we typically see on these multi-scale loaded dice sets. 2 minutes left until battle end. See the scale shot? Miss the Sinistra. That is brutal. The body press doesn't do anything to the Sinistra, but that does mean the strength stat comes out of Justin's Sinistra. That should bring it back to full HP. I've seen strength stat. Yeah, that's full HP, and that's a -1 Dragonite. It can haze away its negative, although it would also haze away all of the minus special attack on Archaladon. This one might run out of... This one will run out of time. It's a question of whether it runs out of your time from Jose, or whether it runs out of global time, is really the only question at this point. Jose locks in there. And also, we're getting close to a point where maybe Justin can pull this one out with a couple more snarls. 60 seconds till battle ends. We are ticking down. Sinistra's low on HP. Special attack drop. The Matcha Gotcha clanks into the Protect. Ooh, this is pretty tough. Oh, and it misses the Sinistra! It also means that the animation doesn't go off, though, so it makes it go a little faster. We are running out of time here. I believe the your time won't even matter at this point. I think battle will end first. I think Global Timer is going to do it for this one. We'll get one more turn after this, I think. I think this will be the final turn. Can Justin find a way to win this one on our final turn here? Needs to pick up a KO here. It's going to be Archaludon switching in. If that gets read out and somehow the Archaludon drops here, I think Justin wins? We'll see the Haze, which gets rid of the defense boosts. So the Body Press won't do as much damage on the Archaludon, even if it's called out. The Archaludon just goes for the Snarl. Is there any way for... Is there any way for Justin to pick up a KO here? Matcha Gotcha. Could it, like, crit the Archaludon? Not a lot of damage. We'll see here what the game says the result is. Once again, we got the whole crowd watching this one. Dragonite does get burned, which would matter if this game continued, but this game is over. And hold for all the burn damage. Hold for all the burn damage. Hold for all the burn damage. Oh, never mind, we're continuing. Never mind, we get one more turn after this, actually. Actually, that wasn't the last turn, I lied to you. That changes things a little bit. Oh, never mind, battle's over. And Jose wins on account of having 3 Pokemon remaining. That was a very strange battle, and we still have one more. We are getting some long ones on the stream today. Am I? No, I'm not having fun. Game number 3 will get underway momentarily. Justin had some outs there. A Body Press into the Archaludon slot might have picked it up there. Plus the burn damage, plus everything else might have been able to do it. After all that. But we're going to get game number 3 here. Do either of these two want to switch anything up? I mentioned the mouse ape before. That would certainly make the game go faster for me. Ooh, boy. We did not see, we certainly saw the Sinistcha in that last game for Jose. Jose's used all 6 of his Pokemon here. But we did not see the Mouse Ape in that last game for Justin again. Does he want to go for it here? I mean, that's such a... I can only imagine how mentally draining it was to play that. I only had to talk about it. So it's got to be so difficult for both these players to try to get into the mindset to play game number 3 here. I mentioned how weird this mirror matchup can be, and they really demonstrated that in game number 2 there. With both the Archaludons just clicking Snarl into each other repeatedly, not really being able to go for big body presses into each other, switching out a couple of times, with that Sinistcha getting a lot of work done, with the Hospitality. Be moving pretty slow. And I know that there's no Dondozo still going on, so I think this might be the last game of the round. I thought it would be for the last one also, but then Dondozo was happening, so there's still a couple more minutes. But regardless, 1-1, our set score, game number 3 alarm, and it is the Mouse Ape. It is the Annihilate and the Mouse. And it is a switch up for Jose as well. It's the Archaludon Golden Go lead. So, some differences for both of these players. I'm just so excited that we've got the mouse ape here. So ideally for Justin, you get the Annihilate set up with that beat up into the Annihilate, and then you go for either a big Rage Fist into the Golden Go or a big Drain Punch into the Archaludon. Potentially even something even more sinister than that. A lot of options here for Justin, but it has to go quicker. It has to go faster than the last game. That's for sure. Alright, we're going to see it. Turn 1 Terra here from, I believe that's got to be Justin. Yeah, it's the Annihilate going for the turn 1 Terra Fire. That's a defensive Terra for sure. Golden Go will protect, so expecting a Rage Fist into that slot. Spell tag Rage Fist. We're going to see the beat up into the Annihilate. This could be really nice for Justin if it's a bulk up from the Annihilate right now. Now it's set this thing up into a crazy raid. A crazy raid boss. Gets hit 4 times. It is the Rage Fist into the Archaludon. Does that KO? Oh, it sure does. The one-hit KO from the Annihilate. Perfectly read from Justin there. An incredible turn 1. And now Jose looking at the rest of these Pokemon saying, I don't know what I can do about this one. Dragonite has Haze, but Haze doesn't do anything against Annihilate. Sinistcha does not even have Strength Sap, and that wouldn't do anything against Annihilate, given it would just boost up again from the Defiant. And yeah, this is tough. This game might be over. This set might be over. Mousehold still has the Friend Guard active for Annihilate here. Does have to follow me as well, and can protect as well to keep the Friend Guard active for Annihilate. It's not really anything either of these Pokemon can do right now to prevent a big Rage Fist going into one of them. A Terra would only really delay the inevitable. Actually, that is Terra Dark Sinistcha. I thought it was water. That changes things a little bit. But we'll see if Justin reads this. This comes down to a read now. Ooh, it's a switch out. Remember, Annihilate maintains the Rage Fist stacks even on switch out, so it's not going to matter too much if that goes down. And we'll see the Terra now for Jose. Did Justin just read that ridiculously? This might be the craziest read of all time from Justin. This is some really nutty stuff. Because if this is now a side beat-up, that would boost up the Archaludon's defense really high. No, it's the taunt into the Sinistcha. That is not bad at all. And the Golden Goat will Nasty Plot, so it will boost up quite a bit, but doesn't do a ton of damage to these Pokemon, particularly the Archaludon with the Friend Guard boost. And the Archaludon can either use a big Snarl or just try to go for a Body Press into the Sinistcha and try to take it down. This is looking really good for Justin so far. See if Jose has any answers. Mouseholt's going to switch out. I believe he'll probably... Oh, it's going to be the Annihilate coming back out, actually. Knowing there's not a whole lot of threat, and the Protect from the Golden Go again. Respecting whatever it was trying to respect a little too much. See the Snarl, won't do much to Sinistcha, won't do anything to the protected Golden Go, but it will drop the Sinistcha special attack, which means this does almost nothing. Especially to the Annihilate, which is the big target here. And now the Annihilate knows it's faster, it knows the Golden Go doesn't have Protect available, it knows that the Sinistcha can't Rage Powder. What is Jose gonna do here? Switch out the Golden Go, but you lose your boost. Go for a double Protect or something? This is tough. This is real tough. You just have to go for it. And I think Justin's going to be in a real good spot after this turn. There's the Rage Fist. Goes into the Golden Go for sure. And will certainly pick up the KO. 250 base power. Getting a work done. Actually, more than that. 300 after the Matcha Gotcha. Body Press does very good damage to the Sinistcha as well. Will chomp down on the Citrus, but I think this one's over. Matcha Gotcha going down. Tiny chunk to both of those two. And we'll see Dragonite come out of the back and see if it can do anything here, but They'll have to be faster than Annihilate, and these Annihilates are trained pretty quick. And even if it is faster, there's a lot that'll need to get done. There is the Dragonite, as mentioned. Still one more turn of Taunt for Sinistcha. And keep in mind, Annihilate does have the Drain Punch as well, although you probably just want to Rage Fist. I want to see the Rage Fist into the multi-scale. I really do. With like 350 base power, I want to see the immovable object versus the unstoppable force. I think that would be very fun for me. And all the meanwhile, the Sinistcha really not getting much done here with the Machagachas. It's able to finish things. I mean, the thing is, there's just no damage remaining at this point. The Annihilate is going to bulk up in the face of Dragonite. Dragonite will Scale Shot. It's a little bit... I mean, it's not scary. Well, now I definitely want to see the Rage Fist. Because now that's 5 more. So 250 plus 350, that's 600. Plus the Machagacha will be 650? We're doing quick math here? The Body Press? Aw, come on. Don't break the multi-scale. I wanted to see it. 650 base power? I wanted to see that. Come on. That's mean. That's mean to me, personally. Well, the Annihilate is going to move first for this next turn. Sinistcha does finally shake off the Taunt, but there's not a whole lot it can do now. Can Rage Powder, but doesn't want to. Annihilate, we'll see how much Annihilate heals if it does opt for the Drain Punch here. No, it's just gonna switch out. I'm so mad. I wanted to see the Rage Fist. I wanted to see it. Dragonite's gonna protect here. Might try to get the multi-scale back up with the Life Dew now. Archaludon will go for the Body Press into the Sinistcha, does pick up the KO. Did not think it was going to do that much damage, but that's going to be a problem for Jose. Now that it is just the Dragonite remaining. And it is just a matter of time now before the end of this one, and we'll see. We'll first see a Scale Shot. It'll take a moment. I think it's probably, hopefully, going to be a Draco Meteor out of Justin just to end this one now. We'll see the Sinistcha heal up a little bit here. And eventually hold. There's the Draco. It will pick up the Dragonite, and Justin Collin, after an odyssey of a battle, of a set, is able to pick things up with the Annihilate Mousehold at the very end. The 4-0 victory, very, very clean out of that one. Hoo boy, that was a tough one. that was a real tough one. But, hello, it's me again. We're going to take a quick break now. We're going to be back for round number 3 very soon. That was the last game of the round, so we will be back for round number 3 once we get team checks through. Don't go anywhere.